Taegeuk Jang consists of 13 key moves, namely 손날 꼬들어 아래막기, 꼬들어 바탕손 안맞기, 보주먹, 가위맞기, 무릎치기, 헤쳐맞기, 두 주먹 젖혀지르기, 엇걸어 아래맞기, 등주먹 바깥치기, 표척차기, 옆지르기, POOMSAE, and 주춤서기. These are the 13 key moves of Taegeuk Jang. We will now take a closer look at each of the key moves of Taegeuk Jang. 손날 아래맞기 is a technique used to block, defend the lower body with your arms and with the help from an assisting hand. The blocking hand is placed over the knee, forward, about 2 fists length apart. The assisting hand is raised to the same level as the elbow of the arm blocking the lower body. The wrist of the assisting arm is placed where it crosses the center line. The space between the outer wrist and torso should be about 1 hand blade apart. The elbow should be naturally close to the torso. Be careful not to let your blocking hand move outside the line connecting your leg and body. The assisting armpit should not detach from your body, making the elbow rise up. 꼬들어 바탕손 안맞기 is also a blocking technique. When initiating this move, straighten the assisting arm slightly at the solar plexus level. Start your blocking hand 1 hand's length above your shoulder and block inwards. Place the palm of your hand on the blocking arm in front of the solar plexus. The back of the assisting hand should point upward and assist by letting the elbow of the blocking arm lightly rest on it. Block by pulling the elbow of the blocking arm towards the body and pull your assisting arm. 보주먹 is a move to envelop the right closed fist with the left hand. The 4 fingers of your left hand wrap around the 4 fingers of your right fist. The left thumb wraps around the right thumb. The space between your fists should be a sheet of paper's width. The assisting fist starts in front of the lower abdomen and is raised to the front of the philtrum, passing the front of the chest. The internal angle of your arm should be between 90 degrees and 120 degrees. 가위맞기 is a maki move that performs 안팔목 바깥맞기 and 아래맞기 at the same time. It starts with both arms crossed in front of the chest. The wrist of the arm performing 안팔목 바깥맞기 should be placed at the solar plexus level, and your fist must not rise above your shoulder. The fist that performed 아래맞기 should maintain its position 2 raised fists above the knee. 무릎치기 is a technique used to kick upwards with the knee by folding the leg. Kick upwards with your knee folded as much as possible. 헤쳐맞기 is a technique used to block inside out simultaneously by crossing your wrists in front of your chest. Your fists must be in front of your shoulders when blocking. Your elbows should point downward, and your 2 armpits should softly touch your torso. 두 주먹 젖혀지르기 is a technique used to bend back and thrust by pointing the back of your hand downward. Your 2 fists start at the back, with the backs of your hands facing upward, and thrust downward after bending back. The key targets are Jang and 협복 pressure points. When thrusting, keep your arms in, touching the torso, and place your elbows close to your torso. Jochojirugi should be performed by thrusting upward slightly from below. When performing this move, the elbow should not move away from the body too much. Your fists must not open outward. Be careful not to let your fists rise above the elbow level or thrust downward. Otkoro aremaki is a technique used to block in front of the lower abdomen by making a diagonal loop with the two wrists. For wen apgubi, start with your right arm back and cross your right arm upwards. For oren apgubi, start with your left arm back and cross your left arm upwards. Both elbows should be touching your torso. Dungju-mok Bakachigi starts with the first of the opposite shoulder. The assisting arm should cross below the thrusting arm to initiate the preparatory move. Then, strike a target with the back of your fist using the torque of your torso. Your fist should align with your shoulder line, and your elbow should be naturally straight. Pyojokchagi is a technique used to create a target with the palm of your hand. Kick outside in using the foot blade. Be careful not to kick with the sole of your foot. Yopjurugi is a technique used to thrust sideways while standing sideways like Juchumsogi. The flow of force progress transferred from the ground is pushed up to the fist through the elbow. POOMSAE posture is achieved by shifting your weight on your hind leg and standing low after setting your front foot forward about a foot length from the tip of the big toe to your hind foot. Raise your heel so only the ball of the front foot touches the ground. And support your weight with your hind leg so that your weight is distributed equally on both your hind and front leg 9-1. Slowly tighten legs inward and stand with your knees tilted forward. Be careful not to let your upper body move too much forward or backward. The last of the 13 key movements is Juchumsogi. Juchumsogi posture is achieved by keeping the tops of your feet parallel about 2 feet length apart, standing low. These are the 13 key moves of Taegeuk Jang.